Hello, folks. It's just about 8 o'clock. Yeah, on the 18th of June, 2020. Well, there you go. That's the time of the day. And this one is going to be a little bit difficult. I was just trying to find a video of one I've spoken about on many occasions. The man who died was called Mr. Franklin. I can't pronounce his first name. I'm sorry. Never heard or saw that first name. Danquirs. That's his first name, or was his first name. Yeah. Anyway, I found it now. And I found other things about it. There's another thing that I will link to this video where someone basically says what happens in it. It's a ridiculous situation. And also, it's not helpful by the fact you can't even turn the sound up because the woman officer who's screeching, if you had the sound turned up, it'd bust your eardrums. I don't know what she's got her cam turned up to. Absolutely mad. But anyway, okay. Stupid thing about all of this stuff is some people think some killers is okay and the other killers is not okay. So anyway, some law professor is saying this shooting was justified. Well, because the man was told time and time again to put the gun down, even though he then reached for the gun to put it down and he was shot. I mean, Jesus Christ. The professor even himself says the man should have been told something different. Because the fact that the gun was on his possession in a pocket, he would have to get the bloody thing before he could put it down, in which case, whatever was being the case, he would be shot dead by what the officer was telling him to do. That there was no choice after she said that, and the other people were saying that, other officers as well, not just her. There was no room for manoeuvre at all. The only room for manoeuvre was for the man to disobey the officer. Mr. Franklin, that's all he could do. Would be to disobey the officer and just maybe get on his face, slowly back off a bit, lay down, get on your face, hands behind your back. That's all he could do. That's it. Or maybe raise his hands up and open your hands to show you've got no gun. But probably, if he was raising his hands, he'd be shot. Most likely. They say that one was justified. That's clearly not justified in any way, shape, or form. Clearly. Then there was another one. Oh, and that was awful. The female police officer who shot the man in his apartment. She went into the apartment somehow. Again, I don't know how she went into the apartment. It's not her apartment in the end. She went into the apartment, thought it was her apartment, saw this brown-skinned man there, thought it was an intruder, maybe somebody wanted to rape her or something. So she fired, shot him, killed him. It was his place, not her place. So how did she get in there? No idea. Did a key work? No idea. Maybe it did. So, but anyway, she's guilty of killing him. That's what people was, she was charged and found guilty. But this woman, this police woman, no, she's not guilty, even though, did exactly The man did exactly what he was told, exactly. I'm holding my head while I'm saying this because I don't get it. It makes no sense at all. How on earth can this female officer not be guilty of third-degree murder? She killed a man who did exactly what she told him to do. Exactly. He didn't deviate at all. Yeah, of course, he hesitated to do that. Well, yeah. I mean, the outcome, don't you think any person in future, certainly brown-skinned, when the officer is telling them to drop their gun, is going to hesitate now? Absolutely, of course. Jesus Christ. Absolutely blinking ridiculous. It's absolutely mad. It's like the Brooks one, Mr. Brooks. Yeah. That policeman is guilty. That's what people were saying. He was fired because he's guilty, even though Mr. Brooks did a lot of stupid things. A lot of stupid things. I talked about that a few times. So there you go. I don't really need to talk about that again, apart from to say that, this chap here, Mr. Franklin, there was nothing really he could have done. Nothing at all. Nothing at all. He wasn't resisting arrest. He didn't steal a taser. He wasn't trying to shoot an officer with a taser. He wasn't trying to fight officers in one way or another. He just did what he was told. Right? Shot, dead, and ends up he was in the wrong. Right? For doing as he's told. Whereas Mr. Brooks, not in the wrong, in any way, shape, or form, even though he fought the officers when he resisted arrest, when he shouldn't have done. It's absolutely stupid. He was all calm up until that point. Then took the taser, tried to taser an officer, and that led to him being shot. And none of that matters at all. None of it. Crazy business. Absolutely insane. Just insane. I mean, this officer is the one I've been speaking about, the fact that this officer was full of fear. And you can see by these officers, this man is crouching by a car door. He's not doing anything apart from talking to the person in the driver's seat of that car. He's doing nothing else. And these officers are reacting as if he's got someone, he's got a gun to someone's head. He's got a victim that he's going to shoot in the head or something, like you see in movies. Someone to protect them, basically body in front of them. Nothing like that at all. No need for the officers to react in the way they did in any way, shape, or form. It was fear-led. Completely fear-led. That officer was as guilty as the woman who was in the wrong apartment but thought it was her apartment and shot somebody. Because generally speaking, if someone is in your apartment who shouldn't be in your apartment, you have a right, according to law, to defend yourself. Now in America, that means shoot the shit out of somebody. You have the right to do that according to law. Do you remember those men who, it wasn't until the last second that they were arrested, and they weren't arrested by the police, the ones who followed that man, the jogger, and shot him? And there was another situation where the brown skin man was killed because he was in an area and someone suspected he might be up to no good, challenged him and ended up shooting him, killing him. And that was fine. This police officer in someone else's home, she got done. She got found guilty for that. I mean, she was actually repentant, even from the point immediately you could see in that, oh my Lord, that was terrible. I see a video of her at the crime scene, and she was going, "Oh no, I shot him. I didn't realise it. Yeah, I shot him." And yeah, awful. She was distraught. Yeah, terrible. I mean, the man's brother gave her a hug at the trial after sentencing came in. He went and gave her a hug. I think even the judge gave her a hug as well? I think so, because they all felt for the woman. I mean, I don't know. I'm going to check that one later, and I will include details in this in the comment section or in the description. Yeah. Yeah. How on earth this lady who killed Mr. Franklin isn't in the same situation, I do not know. I mean, should be far more clear cut. She told him to do something. He did what she said, and she shot him. She killed him. That, to me, how can that make any sense in any way, shape, or form? That is just beyond ludicrous. And yet this law professor says police actions in shooting were justified. Crazy. It's insane to me. None of this makes any sense at all. How can one shooting be okay, seen as okay? As I say, the Rayshard Brooks shooting, the officer was fired from that one. Fired. May face charges because of it. Yet this one, Mr. Franklin, I think his name is, it looks like Danquirs Franklin. Danquirs? But it's probably not that, but that's how it's spelled, Danquirs Franklin. I say, really awful situation, that. Terrible. You actually see this man, the life go out of him, and it's awful that this officer could do this, and then, whoever it is can stick by her and say that was a fair shooting. How the bloody hell was that fair? It is insane. Just ridiculous. It's just insane. It's one of those situations where, it's mad. Someone's life is gone. The officer should be fired, even if it's just because what she told him to do was the worst possible thing she could have told him to do. Even if that is the reason for her to be fired, she should have been fired. It's insane. If she's not fired for unwarranted murder, then she should be fired because of the fact she's completely incompetent, and when it really mattered, her incompetence cost someone his life. Now, that should be enough for somebody to be fired. Simple. And the fact that this law professor is making some excuse for her, that because he did what she told him to bloody do. I mean, he took a long time doing it because he probably realised, excuse me, this is a bad move. If I go near my gun, they're going to shoot me. But because they kept on saying it, what else was he supposed to do? So he did what they were telling him to do. That's the reality of the situation. So I'm doing this video now. It's a long time after it happened. It was March 25th, 2019. But I'm doing this one because I mentioned it and I didn't actually remember the person's name. I'm not sure if it actually probably had the person's name in the video. But I spoke about it and I couldn't find the video for a while. So today I've gone on and crazy. It took a while to find the particular one because there's been so many shootings, and in America, of course, there's so many shootings by police killing people in America that that's going to happen. But it's like, someone on Twitter, James Harris, wrote someone on Twitter, very interesting points he was making. One point he was making is that police are sent to deal with non-life threatening situations, but armed to the teeth, as if it was a life-threatening situation. And of course, that then means that there's a higher chance that someone's going to get killed in that situation, because you've got police going to the situation as if it was a life-threatening incident when it wasn't. And that's not how you should be handling non-life-threatening incidents. And he's right. He's absolutely right. But he was saying he went out with an officer because he was involved with something. What was he doing? He was a he was here somewhere. Oh God, I don't know. But it was, I think he was part of a task force anyway. But he needed a ride back, and I'll link this as well. I suppose it has his thread, so I'll link that as well because that would be a useful thing for people to read. It's an interesting thing that the person has done, so I will link that as well. It's a good read and it makes sense. So yeah. No, there's not a lot more I can say about this situation, really. I'll link a few things in the description. Apart from that, you take care, folks, and if you can make sense of this, then please help me to understand it in the comments, please. Because it just makes no sense. It's a nonsensical situation. The loss of life in this way is just incredible. Right, you take care. God bless, and I will speak to you soon. Bye-bye.